first, we try to understand that um, the, the setting of a prayer, okay, or as let's say that there are within the prayer, not only a preparation for the prayer, because there is two issues within this portion concerning prayer. One is from the end, which is the blessing that Abraham is getting, and the blessing is called everything. Abraham was blessed in everything. Now, usually it's been the commentary concerning it usually call it that Abraham had a daughter that her name was everything, and that was his blessing, meaning a vessel that can actually store, include everything. That was the blessing, and the blessing in itself, we know, it's a power to bring reformation to its culmination in the end of reformation. Okay, so now it's suggested Zohar saying, yes, what kind of a vessel it is? Maybe it was a daughter, which means the corporeal branch, but the meaning of it is that that Avraham, because of the ascent of Sarah, was giving the true perception of a prayer, which is the prayer for everyone, a prayer of the righteous, which is not for himself. And then, therefore, we get from it the rule that if there is a true prayer for everyone, then the person who is praying it is being answered in order to be able to perform, you can say, the next prayer for everyone, or the next stage of the need of humanity. Okay? Yes. Now, in this portion, when we speak about more to do with resurrecting, because this portion of Zohar starts in Tiberia, in Tveria. Now, in Tveria, you sort of purify the dead. This is usually when the people of, let's say, of the Zohar group is going to visit Rashbi in Tveria, they're saying what he's doing there is purifying the dead. What it means is managing to purify those vessels which were considered dead, meaning out of reach. They were reformation was out of reach for them. He's including them. He's purifying the separation. He's including them. So in this location, which is not Hebron, which is a different location within Israel, starts a different possibility, which is within the true prayer, there is different states. The states is prayer, cry, and tear. Okay. Which has to do more, or I can say, with the three states of the ladies of Vayera, of, let's say, of Hagar, of Eshet Lot, and Sarah, meaning past, present, and future. Okay. So then, if we start, this is the premise. The premise is that Rabbi Shimon was walking to Tiberias, to Tveria, with Rabbi Abba, and Rabbi Shimon said, "Let us go." Yeah, this is, and what he's meeting. So he's saying because we need to meet someone, meaning we need to meet through someone. We're going to meet a new revelation concerning divinity. So Rabbi Abba is saying to him, your walk is always revealing something. So now we're moving into 231. So let's read it. Okay? let's read it in English and try to understand it. So all this is um, meeting this person, and what the person is trying to understand is actually the state of a prayer, or the condition actually of a prayer. We got the condition of a prayer that it need to be everything, but the preparation for it is that we will not separate from the wall, that our face will not separate from the wall, meaning that our wish in our prayer will be always for divinity, for the redeeming divinity, which is actually the intention that we should have. It's very much to do praying for everyone, because divinity is the collective body of all spirits, the reformed collective body of all spirits. Okay, so he's saying now when we understand that a true prayer cannot separate itself, its face, its intention from that, then we're going into detail. So I'll read it in Hebrew, in Aramaic, and then we read the translation. So it's 231 in the article of the Zohar, Prayer, Cry, and Tears. ואחר שמעה תפילתי הוויה, בגין דהי דרגה, דמקבלה כל צלוטין דעלמא. והתנינן דעבדה מניו עטרה, ושווה לה ברישא דצדיק חי עולמים. דכתיב ברכות לראש צדיק, ועל דה שמעה תפילתי הוויה. So it's a form of prayer. It's a form of prayer that is asking actually that the prayer will be heard or will be received. That the meaning of heard. And usually that it will be received by the hearing part, which is usually to do with Bina. Yeah. So it's a quest for inclusion. So here, my prayer, Havaya, refers to Nukba, Shbina, which is the grade that receives all the prayer in the world. Because Bina is, let's say, is the womb, or is the place that collects all the prayers of the righteous people from the separated world. Okay, they all go to hell. So this is why we're saying here, because here, or listen, yeah. Here, my prayer is sort of is calling her name. This is why he's saying this is Nukba. The Nukba in terms of Bina, which is the grade that receives all prayers in the world. We learn that the Nukba creates a diadem or a crown actually. It creates a Tara in Hebrew. It's a female name for there is Keter, okay, which is crown. In Hebrew, you have a female name for a crown, which is called Atara. Okay, I would say like tiara, something similar to tiara. Okay, so the Nukba create this kind of tiara, you can say, of a crown from the prayer. All the prayers are coming up. So Bina is actually creating some sort of a crown of prayer and puts it on the head of the righteous, the life of the world. Because this prayer, it's collecting all the prayers for life. Yeah? Because the prayer that comes up to Nukba is a prayer to allow life or power for the world to reform. So it collects it and it gives it an extra power. This spirit of the righteous person, it becomes, it's circumlight. It becomes, if you like, the definition of his work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is what he's saying that this is what Nukba is doing. This is, and this is what, and שווה לברשה דחיי צדיק עולמים, okay? This is what it's mean. This is the meaning of the verse. Blessing are upon the head of the just, of the righteous one. Meaning, blessing is the collective power to actually complete reformation for the world. Okay? So blessing are upon the head. So it's sort of a halo. Okay? A true halo of which is the power that is walking with the righteous person. So because his prayer is to Nukba, hear the prayer of the world through me. Yeah? Okay, so this is what he's saying. This is the meaning of the verse. Blessing are upon the head of the just. Okay? And it says, this is what is bringing this prayer, my here, yeah, here, which is Shema, which is not Shema. Shema is for male. Shema is with the extra hey, which is a female denomination. Hear me, mother, if you like. Yeah, hear me, Bina. Right? So hear my prayer, Havaya, through her. Okay, through divinity, through higher divinity. So this is the meaning of 231. Okay.